Here we go, slouchy bag. Hopefully you've done your 90 rows of single crochet. I use a tool like this to count at the end of each row. And you can see along the edge, like I was talking about, it needs to be straight. And it, you know, you can stretch it. When it's sewn together, it'll be perfect. But I have the right amount at the beginning, single crochets, and the right amount at the end. I actually had 32 when I went back and counted. So I sometimes crochet along and count to the end to make sure I know that I have the right amount every single time. Once I'm comfortable and I feel like my edges are straight, I don't worry about that. But then I didn't know how many rows I had originally done, so I'd use this counter that I click at the end of every row. So it ended up being 90. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece and you're going to fold one side up and one side down in a triangle like that. Okay, trying to make sure. All right. And then you just fold the middle up. It just kind of fits together just like that. Now it doesn't look perfectly shaped right now. So one of the things I like to use is these little sewing clips. And look at these rows, look at these colors. I'm gonna just clip these together. See how the colors just kind of match? I like this small clip. Okay. Just gonna put something up here. I want to kind of keep that shape. Okay, and then we flip it over and get that triangle going. Okay, and I'm gonna do this. Look at that. Those colors match. Okay. I'm going to fold my point over here just to keep a little shape. Okay. Now, you need your needle. Okay. And what we're going to do is we are going to sew this up. Now, you can do it however you want. You can use one color and sew the whole side. I like the bag to look really, really even. So on this one, I sewed it with each color. Okay, this is white. Now you'll see. So on here, we're going to start with this color right here. So I've taken some pieces off my yarn. I took a whole piece of this color off of this yarn. I just peeled it off, cut it off, and I'm going to take Look, it has a little teeny piece of white on there. Just going to take a small piece, put it on my needle. Going to come up through the bottom, down through the top. I'm trying to find the very corner, like this is the corner. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie a knot so it's on there. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to come up through here, anywhere, you just pick a spot. Along the edge though. See, I see a little spot here. I'm going to go back down through. Look at that. You cannot see my stitch, barely. And then we need the next color. Okay, we've got kind of a pinkish color here. So again, I'm going to just tie it on there. You want to get it all the way down if you can. Tie it all the way down so there's not a gap. Okay. All right, so here it is. My next color. I'm going to come up through this stitch. And I'm going to go down on the other side. So I'm stitching that row together. I'm going to come back up. I just kind of try to find a spot where the needle will come through. I'm going to go down through here. You're just going along the edge. See how it's sewing that together? Come up through this other side. Down on this side. Okay. Got to find a spot here. Okay, I think we've got one more stitch we could do on here. Okay, look at that. Perfecto. Okay, next color. Just going to tie it on here. I will cut these later. The thing is, this is all on the inside of the bag. You know, you're the only one that's going to see it. Okay. Going to tie a knot. Okay. This is 2 rows. It's not that much. So, yeah. The plastic is not super sharp, so it won't stab you, but also sometimes you can't get through there. Okay, so look at that. Okay, so you're going to keep going. If you want to just pick one color and you want to do your whole stitch in like this color, you can go all the way down. I just like the way this looks. You don't see a seam. You're also going to do this on the other side. So that it's sewed all the way down. But look at how nice that's coming out, and these match. And you just kind of, when you get to the bottom here, look at that, it fits in, right? You can do all your colors from the back. And all of this stuff back here, I'm just going to keep tying it together. This is super long. I can probably use that for this one row down here. I can use that color again. So I wouldn't cut these super short, because you don't want something to come untied. Okay, so go ahead and finish sewing that, and then we will make the strap and finish putting it together on the next video.